For most of the planet's history, the ocean was a far more brutal and unpredictable territory than anything we know today. The calm appearance that many associate with the modern sea never existed in its earliest chapters, when severe climate change, sudden ecological collapses, and destructive cycles transformed every inch of the waters into a stage for extreme survival. The creatures that inhabited this environment were not merely different. They were products of conditions so harsh that they shaped anatomies, behaviors, and hunting strategies that have become virtually unimaginable by today's standards. Science reveals that the fear of the ocean is not just a modern sentiment. It is a biological legacy inscribed in millions of years of constant threat. When we analyze the fossil record, we realize that the primitive ocean was not only deeper and vaster, it was dynamic, volatile, and dangerous on a level that surpasses any contemporary comparison. Submarine eruptions released toxic gases, colossal tsunamis reshaped continents, and anoxic events eliminated species on a global scale. When these catastrophic crises ended, new predators emerged to fill the ecological void left behind. Each of these transitions represents a true natural revolution, creating creatures whose existence was only possible because the environment demanded strength, speed, and brutality above any other attribute. It was in this scenario that primitive species began to differentiate, giving rise to lineages that would later give rise to some of the most notorious predators in history. In the Paleozoic period, for example, Camaraceras emerged as one of the first known marine giants. This ancestral cephalopod, about 10 meters long, dominated seas that were still undergoing transformation. Its rigid shell offered defense, while its strong tentacles, possibly covered in sharp structures, allowed it to capture trilobites and other hard-bodied animals. It is difficult to imagine the feeling of helplessness of any creature when pulled into a darkness that knew no bounds. In the estuaries and rivers connected to the seas, another predator took shape, the Jacalopterus. This gigantic sea scorpion, larger than an adult human, reveals how unpredictable and diverse the aquatic environment was. Its sharp claws, keen eyesight, and ability to camouflage itself made it practically invisible until the exact moment of attack. It advanced like a prehistoric war machine, designed to surprise and destroy efficiently. Even in shallow waters, the risk was absolute. The idea of such a creature pursuing prey in shallow environments reinforces how the boundaries between terrestrial and aquatic terror were almost non-existent. But the predator that best symbolizes the brutality of the Paleozoic era is Dunkleosteus. With an armored head and jaws capable of generating more than 4 tons of force, it represented the evolutionary pinnacle of aggression. Its jaws closed in milliseconds, crushing shells, bones, and any other material within reach. No modern fish comes close to its predatory efficiency. It dominated entire seas without real competition, contributing to a world where every dive was an absolute risk. The presence of such an animal is living proof that evolution can produce natural weapons capable of rivaling human technology. As the Paleozoic era came to an end, a new succession of catastrophic events paved the way for the emergence of large marine reptiles. It was then that creatures like Liopleurodon established themselves as dominant predators of the Mesozoic waters. Although its size has been widely exaggerated by popular culture, its fossils still indicate an animal with impressive strength and speed. Its sharp teeth reveal a hunting strategy based on quick and precise attacks, a stark contrast to the slower, more robust predators of earlier eras. It was a killing machine adapted to seas that remained unpredictable and full of emerging threats. The reign of marine reptiles reached its peak with the mosasaurs, especially those that dominated open seas and coastal regions. Unlike ambush predators, they were active hunters, capable of pursuing prey over long distances. Their curved teeth and flexible jaws allowed them to swallow large prey without needing to tear it apart. The aggressiveness of this lineage is evidenced by fossils that exhibit bite marks between individuals of the same species, suggesting extreme territoriality and even occasional cannibalism. The ocean of this period was a scene of constant disputes, with no room for weakness. While most of these predators lived exclusively in the sea, some crossed the boundary between land and water. With equal ease, Deinosuchus, for example, was a colossal version of modern crocodiles, living in coastal and estuarine environments. With a bite capable of piercing dense bone, it preyed on large dinosaurs that approached the water, as well as other marine creatures. The sense of danger was not restricted to the depths. It extended to the riverbanks, creating a zone of constant threat in both environments. Another example of an amphibious predator that terrifies the modern imagination is the Spinosaurus. With anatomical adaptations that include greater bone density, limbs adapted to aquatic movement, and a snout specialized for capturing prey in water, it represents a peculiar intersection between the terrestrial and aquatic worlds. Its presence reinforces the idea that, in the past, the ocean was not just an isolated territory, it was part of a hybrid ecosystem where different groups of animals competed for prey in every possible direction. The arrival of the Cenozoic era did not bring tranquility to the seas. On the contrary, it introduced even more efficient predators, which emerged from the mammalian lineage. Basilosaurus, a carnivorous whale with an elongated body and serpentine movements, hunted with impressive violence. Its teeth, designed for piercing, reveal a predatory strategy based on lateral attacks. It attacked fish, sharks, and even other smaller whales. It was the type of predator whose attack left no room for escape. The pinnacle of this mammalian rise materialized in Leviathan, a whale with gigantic teeth, comparable in size to the tusks of large terrestrial predators. Its skull indicated bite force sufficient to crush thick bones, and its diet included other whales. It coexisted with another legendary giant, Megalodon. The encounter between these two predators represents one of the most fascinating hypothetical confrontations in paleontology. And although there is no direct evidence of conflict between them, the fact that they shared territory and diet indicates intense competition, defining the top of the global food chain. However, no predator encapsulates humanity's collective fear as much as the Megalodon. Measuring around 20 meters in length and with teeth the size of human hands, it was the evolutionary pinnacle of sharks. Its bite force, estimated at up to 18 tons, allowed it to easily crush whale vertebrae. It dominated all the oceans, and its disappearance continues to fuel theories of survival in deep, unexplored regions. The unknown always leaves room for doubt, and that's enough to intensify fear. By studying the prehistoric ocean as a whole, it becomes clear that the planet never offered an environment as lethal as its ancient waters. Each era produced predators more efficient than the previous ones, shaped by ecological crises and climate change that regularly reshaped the planet. The modern sea, although dangerous, is almost a domesticated version of its own past. The creatures that inhabit its waters today are descendants of a lineage that survived extreme conditions, and this carries a genetic and behavioral legacy deeply marked by brutality. This legacy affects not only marine animals, but also how humans perceive the ocean. The fear of the depths, thalassophobia, discomfort in the face of the unknown, and the unease we feel when looking at dark waters have deep roots in the planet's history. It is possible that part of this fear is biological, inherited from ancestors who survived only by avoiding regions dominated by colossal predators. Dark water has always been a territory where any movement, shadow, or vibration could mean death. The prehistoric ocean also reminds us that life is far more resilient than we imagine. Even after extinction events that wiped out most marine species, new forms emerged, reinventing the roles of predator and prey. This constant alternation between destruction and rebirth created intense evolutionary cycles, where only highly adapted creatures survived long enough to leave descendants, and each fossil found today is a silent testament to an era when the ocean was a permanent battlefield. At the same time, the ancient sea forces us to acknowledge how much we still don't know about the planet itself. Despite all modern technology, vast oceanic regions remain untouched and unexplored. These environments could, in theory, harbor unknown species, although it is extremely unlikely that large prehistoric predators have survived to this day. Even so, the unknown always opens up space for speculation. It's not about believing that giant creatures still exist, but about recognizing that the ocean is too vast to be fully understood. A comparison between the modern and prehistoric seas reveals a striking contrast between two worlds, separated by millions of years. In the past, colossal predators dominated the waters with almost ritualistic violence. Today, the ocean is quieter, but no less mysterious. The transition between these two moments in natural history shows that, despite the changes, the sea has always been the most unpredictable environment on the planet. Even today, creature after creature emerges from the unknown, reminding us that its biodiversity is far from being fully revealed. The idea that extinct creatures might still inhabit deep regions seems improbable, but never impossible. Science itself admits that more than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored, and as long as that percentage doesn't decrease, human imagination will continue to fill the gaps with ancestral fears. This fear is not irrational. It is a reflection of a past in which the ocean was a direct threat to the survival of any form of life. It is the distant echo of a history in which giant predators shaped the course of evolution. The enigma of the ocean lies not only in its ancient creatures, but in how it connects to Earth's own history. It functioned as a natural laboratory, producing species that defied the limits of biology and physics. Many of these animals developed strategies never replicated by any other group. Their unique characteristics show that marine life has always been a fertile ground for evolutionary experimentation. This is why the prehistoric ocean seems so distant. It belongs to a world governed by its own rules. Ultimately, the ancient ocean teaches us about adaptability, death, rebirth, and survival. It exposes the limits of what we consider familiar and reveals a past in which the planet was shaped by forces far more intense than any modern phenomenon. When we contemplate this past, we understand why the ocean evokes both fascination and fear. It is the living reminder of a world that was once wild, unpredictable, and utterly deadly. So at the end of this journey through the depths of time, it's impossible not to feel a renewed respect for the ocean. It holds stories that transcend any fiction and harbors secrets that may never be fully revealed. If you wish to continue exploring mysteries like these, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share the video, and comment on what else you'd like to see here. The deeper we delve into the unknown, the more we realize how much we still have to discover, and the ocean will continue to be the greatest guardian of these secrets.